What's up everyone, my name is Mike and welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be talking about the HRO market dip that is coming with the screenshot that they're going to be taking on April 21st for the leaderboard, what I think is going to happen leading up to that as well as immediately after that. Now I've already recorded this video once and the audio did not work, so I'm recording it again from scratch. So if you really want to support me in this, please like this video and subscribe to this YouTube channel for more content like this. This really helps me with this. Let's get into it. So if you don't know, the HRO platform has DC digital collectible trading cards. They also have a hybrid set that is a one-to-one NFT where you'll get a physical card, scan it into their system and get the digital collectible NFT for that card. They also have digital exclusive drops every month, and we've already gone past one. And with these projects that they are putting out, every month they will take a snapshot of the leaderboard based on points that you get for collecting cards, and the top 100, at least in this very first digital exclusive drop, will be getting a Riddler card, a 1 of 100 Riddler card given to those top 100, and that snapshot is going to be taken on April 21st. So there's some things that we need to talk about leading up to that and immediately after that, especially if you do not think that you're going to get into that top 100 or your plans for collecting these digital exclusive cards, especially since they are the first edition. With the leaderboard, you get points for every card that you collect, and this is based on the rarity of that card. So the more rare that card, the more points you will get for that card. In addition to that, it also depends on the mint number. So the lower mint number, the more points you will get for that card. Now this doesn't count for duplicates. So if you have more than one of the same card, it'll take that lowest mint number and give you the points for that card based on that lowest mint number. So you can't just stack a bunch of commons and hope that you're going to get into the leaderboard. So there's only 30 cards in this initial digital exclusive set, and it'll take the points from those 30 cards that you have of the lowest mints. This makes it incredibly difficult to get into that top 100 and stay in that top 100. This is why they will be getting a 1 of 100 Riddler card from this set. And as we get closer to that April 21st date where they will be taking a snapshot of the leaderboard, I think it's important to talk about what may or may not happen in the market leading up to it. And I have my own thoughts, but it's important that you create your own thoughts. This is not financial advice or anything like that, but hear me out and think about opposing arguments that would go against what I'm saying and leave it in the comments section. This is more so a discussion about thoughts, because we just don't know what's going to happen at this current point in time in the market, being that this is the first time this has ever happened. I am going to present two arguments in this. One being that the market is going to go up leading up to that snapshot of the top 100, and then immediately after go down, and an opposing argument to that. Because we have nothing to compare this to on the HRO platform, being that it's the first time, I'm going to grasp my Veve knowledge in terms of gem squeezes with this. As we know with Veve, every time there is a big release coming out, we experience a gem squeeze where people will sell their collectibles, causing the supply to go up in the market, demand stays flat, and these prices typically drop as people undercut the floor to try to get rid of their collectibles, get gems in their wallet so that they can go for the next drop or buy that collectible in the aftermarket because it is a big drop and it appeals to them. This is something that I think will happen with these HRO drops, being that there is a snapshot of the leaderboard. People are going to try to get into that leaderboard, and therefore there's going to be a spike in demand. The supply will likely stay similarly flat, and because of that we will see a rise in value of our digital cards if we want to sell them leading up to that snapshot, especially since the next digital drop will likely be shortly after that snapshot that's taken. This will cause people that know that they're not going to get into that top 100 to try to offload some of their collectibles that they do not want to hold on to, get some money in their wallet so that they do not have to load up more for that next drop. So they might be trying to get $500 into their wallet for another 10 packs at $50 a pack if the next digital exclusive drop is similar to the very first one in terms of pricing and how many packs that you can get. Immediately after the screenshot, I think we'll see a supply surge onto the market as people that didn't get into the top 100 that were making a final push to get there try to sell off some of their supply, and therefore I think that we will see a supply increase, a demand stay flat or even go down, considering that there will be another drop coming up for the second edition or the second digital exclusive drop. And with that, we will see prices of these collectibles decrease. So if you're wanting to get in on this first edition set, perhaps immediately after that snapshot of the leaderboard is a good time to get in as the prices fall, especially if you don't think that you're going to be getting into or competing for that top 100. And if you want to get the second drop and get some money into your wallet without having to reload, then leading up to the snapshot might be a good time to then offload some of the collectibles that you do not want to hold for the long term. Now, I'm not totally set on this thought process. This is the first time this is happening, so we do not know what is going to happen with this. This was my first initial thought as to what will happen in the market leading up to the snapshot and leading up to that second digital exclusive drop. But as I thought more and more about this, I then thought about opposing arguments for this. And one opposing argument is that the leaderboard, the top 100, is going for a very niche part of the market, and that is the very low mint numbers of their collectibles, because if anything, they are trying to replace some of their cards with a lower mint number. And because of that, we're not going to see a major demand spike leading up to that snapshot, because they're going to be going for a very niche product, being those low mint numbers. They're not just going to be going for any cards, a very specific subset of the market in those cards, and therefore we won't see a demand spike leading up to that snapshot. And if there's no demand spike or a very minimal one, we won't see an appreciation of our cards leading up to that snapshot. Even if there are, say, the top 100s trying to solidify their position in that top 100, and maybe the next 100 to 200 trying to compete for that top 100, I'm really starting to think that perhaps we won't see that demand spike as much as I initially thought. However, there could still be a lot of supply after that snapshot, as people who competed for that snapshot, for that top 100, realize that they couldn't get it and now are trying to offload some of their supply onto the market leading up to the second digital drop. So this is where the gem squeeze would happen if we're talking Veve terms. Leading up to that second drop, where there will be an influx of supply onto the market, and that supply with the demand staying flat or maybe even going down, even though that this is first edition and I don't think that the demand should go down. I think this is the set to collect, or the digital exclusive cards to collect if there ever was one. But if this happens, then we will see a decrease in market value for these digital cards. This is the thought process that I'm actually leaning more towards. The first one being my initial thought process, and then this one being my opposing argument to my initial thought process. I'm leaning more towards this one, but let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Once again, this is not financial advice. These are just my thoughts on what I think is going to happen in the DC Hero market leading up to this snapshot on April 21st and leading up to the second digital exclusive drop. Once again, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Like this video if you found it helpful for whatever reason, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you so much for watching.